The containerised village is basically a model village where it's like porter cabins. Now we've created 100 new container homes. And when we went there and we saw the facilities firsthand, it was absolutely amazing because it's the future. And these residents will have new neighbours, and we've given priority to the elderly, the disabled, the orphans and the widows.
One of the beauty about the containerised village that we feel that one of the best projects that we have done, along with the food aid, medical aid that we have been providing and assisting, this containerised village is weather resistant, heat resistant. It's actually very similar to a porter cabin that we see here, and it's got window, light facilities, electricity as well.
The Alim Dad Foundation is only 10 years old, but it has expanded its work beyond South Africa into the Middle East, Asia and even Europe.
From South Africa, from all around the world.
It runs various schemes for refugees and displaced people across the world, whether providing basic food units to refugees on the Turkish border with Syria or helping flood victims in the UK with some essentials as they stay in temporary shelters in one of the wettest Januaries in recent British history.
The Alim Dad Foundation is a registered UK charity, and we are an international aid relief organisation, and we've been serving humanity now for over 10 years. Our head office is in South Africa and we have 5 international offices. The UK office is based in Blackburn. So what our objective is to serve humanity no matter of race, religion, creed or culture.
The Containerised Homes project is fitting for Alim Dad's ethos as it seeks long-term solutions at an effective cost. It has dispatched emergency relief teams to the Syrian borders of Turkey and Jordan. Working in refugee camps since the uprising began, the foundation provides food aid, medical projects and heaters to thousands of refugees on these borders. It also set up a clinic to cater exclusively for the medical needs of the refugees. This facility provides a wide array of services, which include checkups by GPs, a gynecology wing, a minor operations theatre and a dispensary. The foundation has recognised that camps on the borders have exceeded their maximum capacity and are limiting the number of refugees entering. The UNHCR appeals for £300 for the provision of a single tent, and it's estimated that these last up to 6 months. Alim Dad says that container homes cost £5,000, including delivery and setup. They say the structures are good for at least 6 years and offer warmth in the cold weather. As temperatures hit -2 degrees Celsius, the team visit refugees in the newly opened container village. Some of the families haven't arrived yet, but the ones who have are making good use of the facilities. Accompanying Alim Dad Foundation on the trip to inaugurate the project is Councillor Salim Mullah, the mayor of the British city of Blackburn.
Will enjoy the comfort of these new homes for them.
This is Councillor Salim's first trip to Syria, and he is touched by the work being carried out here.
I saw the 52 trucks, over 52 trucks with over 1 million kilos of flour, and the distribution that was about to take place. That really excited me.
Alim Dad's containerised village lies within the borders of Syria. This one, which we visited, is just 5 kilometres from the border with Turkey, but it is inside Syria. There is significance to this, which the charity realised while designing the project. Refugees, whether in the Middle East, Africa or Europe, are often faced with social challenges in their host country. They're often referred to as a burdensome population, creating an imbalance in the local labour markets and taking up housing and social welfare funds.
The 100,000 or so that lived in 1948 received a very gracious welcome in the first few years, but once it became clear that there wasn't going to be a political settlement, once the UNCCP declared that it couldn't come to a political solution, that there wasn't a willingness amongst the international body, the Lebanese government became very nervous about these 100,000 remaining.
Hearing about the suffering of the Syrians, many friends I know have come here, the brothers from Imdad have also been here, told me about the suffering, and I thought it was imperative for us to come and assist those who are in need. It's a humanitarian, it's a humane thing to do, and for us it's also a religious obligation.
The charity is hoping that by keeping the containerised village within the Syrian borders, they can help to ensure refugees of the civil war are not made foreigners in another country. The idea is psychologically important for children growing up as refugees. It helps address what could potentially be a future identity crisis.
The only sort of containerised villages that I know of that are within the Syrian border are in the north, near the Turkish border. Many of these are Kurdish villages. That is not a problem because it's within Syria. You know, if that becomes temporary and if these containerized flat pack houses are as comfortable or more comfortable than what they had, that isn't a problem. The problem is what these kind of flat pack houses symbolize. If it's not in your own country, it suggests that you're not going back. And not being able to return to your country is really a negation of a fundamental human right.
Since its inauguration of the containerised village in December 2013, Al-Imdad have continued various projects to assist displaced Syrians. From sending food aid to winter clothing packs, the charity has refused to abandon the refugees. The Syrian crisis has now entered its fourth year. What began as peaceful demonstrations against the Assad family rule has evolved into a full-scale civil war. Government forces routinely bomb cities, reducing them to heaps of rubble, while rebel fighters on the ground swap armoury and control of tracts of land in their own de facto military setup. The international community is accused of not doing enough to resolve the political situation and to address the growing refugee crisis. Only a fraction of the international aid that has been pledged has actually been delivered. It means hundreds of thousands of new people face displacement every day, and the millions who are already refugees encounter a growing problem of food scarcity, disease and uncertainty. Syria's Arab neighbours have pledged not to let the refugees starve. Oman, Turkey and Saudi Arabia are all sending vast amounts of food aid to help address the problem. But few organisations or states are thinking in the long term, the way IKEA or Al-Imdad Foundation are. It may take several more years of lobbying for Syria's neighbours to agree to erect containerised villages in the place of shanty tents, and many more years for local host communities to adjust to more permanent refugee housing ideas. But at least for now, charities can take advantage of a somewhat lawless Syria to provide long-term solutions to what is undeniably a long-term crisis.